Hi, it's Ingrid, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I will be doing a reading challenge. I'm going to attempt to read 200 pages every day for a week. Today is Monday, so I will be doing this video all week until Friday. So it's very simple, like I don't really need to explain it. Every day I will be reading 200 pages. I'm starting a little late. It's currently 11 p.m. So I've done things. I had to finish another reading vlog, finish filming something for another vlog. I've been importing footage. I don't need to tell you about it, but bookmas, it's stressful, but I'm trying to make it work, so I need to like make things on the same day sometimes. We're just gonna do our best. So today I've already read 99 pages of another book for another video. That will most likely be my last reading vlog that I posted. So my plan now is before bed to read 101 pages of Blood of Elves, the first book in the Witcher series. I've read the two collections of short stories, The Last Wish and Sword of Destiny, and I really enjoyed that. I've also seen the first 2 seasons of the show, so I know the characters and I know the story, but I really want to read the book. I've been saving this book for this type of video because, tell me why chapter 1 is 50 pages. Why? What's the point? I can't do long chapters. But since I'm already reading so much today, I might as well do this book that has so many pages that I need to get through, because I don't like to stop in the middle of a chapter. So I'm going to try to get through maybe 2 chapters of this today, and then we'll read more tomorrow. I'm sorry that I didn't have any footage of the last book, but I'm trying to pre-film reading vlogs for Vlogmas or bookmas, but I don't want to include the same book in multiple videos because I feel like that's boring. So if you want to see what I read, go watch the previous reading vlog. I loved the last book I read. I shouldn't say that. Spoilers. But hopefully you've already watched it. But I'm gonna sit down and read this soon. Not right now, I'm trying to do some work. But we're gonna get to this one soon and hopefully be able to read 101 pages before I fall asleep tonight. So yesterday I read to page 110 of Blood of Elves. In the beginning I was a little bored because it just started with this long ass chapter of just random people talking about the war that had been taking place before this, and that was just very unnecessary to me. But then things started happening and I was more interested in seeing Geralt and Ciri at Kaer Morhen. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but nothing really big has happened yet that did at least interest me a little bit more. And everything with Triss being there and the moments like this, nothing really big has happened yet, but I'm still enjoying it. I don't think this is gonna be a 5-star or anything, but I had fun with it. So I need to finish this book today. I have 205 pages left of this book, so I will be 5 pages over the goal if I do manage to finish this. Again, like yesterday, it's late. It's 10:30. So, should I have started earlier? Yes. But what can you do? I'm gonna read this a little bit later. I'm not in the mood to read right now, but I think that I'm gonna be able to reach my goal, because yesterday I was very worried. But it was very easy for me to just sit and read. The first 20-30 pages maybe was a little difficult. But then I really got into it and I just kept reading and I didn't really notice the time. I could have sat longer. So I'm not too worried. I think I'm gonna have a fun time. I'm having fun with it, I'm enjoying it. I'm hoping that something is going to happen. Also, I don't know how to explain what this book is about, because I feel like the backlit doesn't really give you much. But like there's a threat of war hanging over everyone, and Geralt has to protect Ciri, like she's his destiny. That's about it. She has this power that could save the world or destroy the world, and you don't want that to get into the hands of the wrong people. People want her. He doesn't want anyone to take her or harm her. Like, he just want to keep her safe. Right now she's just like training a lot with the Witchers, and that's really all I can say, because I don't know what to say, both to not spoil things, but also because nothing is really happening even though things are happening. But I'm having fun with it, like I'm enjoying it, so yeah, I'm gonna try to read 205 pages today because I want to finish the book. Like, I'm not gonna stop with 5 pages left of the book, so I will be reading 205 pages. I'm not letting myself go to sleep until I finish that. But yeah, I'm gonna try to update you while I'm reading. I'm really bad at that, but I'm gonna do my best to give you my thoughts as we go along in the story. I'm on page 213. I have 2 chapters left, and it's kind of weird because I've already said like nothing's happening even though things are happening, and I feel like usually I would be bored, but for some reason I care, and something was just said that really piqued my interest, and now I'm really interested in finding out what that meant. Like, what do you mean? And I want to continue reading, but it is late. It's 1:14. I want to go to bed. I'm hungry and I want sleep. But I have 102 pages left of this book, so I'm probably gonna read a little bit more. Maybe I'll go get ready for bed and then read the rest and then just fall asleep. I don't know, but like there's not much left. Yeah, that's my little update. Update time. It's Thursday, day 4 of this video. I haven't read anything today and it's 11, so I told myself I would start earlier today. That didn't happen. I've been editing and all of that, doesn't matter. But I'm just gonna do a little overview of what I've done so far. So on day 1, I read 209 pages in total. I read 99 pages of The Man Who Died Twice. Didn't really talk about that book at all in this video because it's for another video, but I just wanted to include the page number because I wanted to start the video. And then I read 110 pages of Blood of Elves. That is this book. And then yesterday, on day 2, I read 205 pages of this, finished it. I rated it 3 stars. I don't really know how to feel about it. Did I do a review of it? I don't know. So yeah, I'm probably gonna give like a more in-depth review at the end of the video, but I gave it 3 stars. It was easier to read than I thought it would be. But then, on day 3, which was yesterday, I started The Crow Trap again. I was already 44 pages into it, but then I had kind of put it down because I didn't really enjoy it. But then yesterday I read 200 pages of this. I just happened to be, like, the exact 200 pages I had to read stopped at the end of a chapter, so that was like perfect. But this one, I started it, I don't even remember, but a long time ago, and then I put it down because I wasn't enjoying it. It was kind of boring and it was just hard for me to get through. But yesterday I just decided this is going to be the book I'm going to read, and it was also on my November TBR. But I didn't really enjoy it. Like, this book is split into 2 parts. Part 1 is also split into 3 parts, following 3 different women. Should I tell you what the book is about? This is 3 women are doing this environmental survey thingy. One of them finds her friend dead, apparently a suicide. Yeah, I'm trying to look at it to make sure I don't spoil anything, but it says on the back so I can say it. Another death occurs, and a 4th woman enters the picture, and that's Vera Stanhope, the detective. In part 1, I'm like a little into part 2 right now, but in part 1, we start by following Rachel. That was incredibly boring, didn't care about any of it. Then we followed Anne. We followed the same thing, just from her point of view. Then we got into Grace's life, which started a bit with the same, but then we got more of her backstory, and that was more interesting. And then we got to part 2, where we're back to now, and I don't really know who we're following, Rachel or Anna, I can't keep up. But Vera is now introduced, but she wasn't introduced until part 2, which is stupid, because I was expecting like a detective novel, and I haven't gotten much of the investigation yet. And with what I have got, it's very disappointing. First of all, the TV show, the episode, The Crow Trap, is very different from this. I like the TV show more. Vera, in this, I haven't seen much of her, but she's just rude, and she's not a fun character. I don't really like her. She's, like, even in the show, she's, like, kind of mean and not really socially friendly, but there's a charm to her. I feel like we don't get that in this. She's just, I don't like her. And then Joe has barely been mentioned. I was very excited for him, but he's like not important yet. I know that we're gonna get to a point where I think we're getting Vera's point of view, and maybe I'll have more fun with that. But so far, it's not my favorite book, but I found it very easy to read yesterday, which is good because I have been struggling with it. I've like picked it up and read like 2 pages at a time, stopped at 44 pages, and then now I'm on page 244 because I read the 200 pages yesterday. So I should read that now, just to finish the goal for the video, but also to finish this book. I have 259 pages left of it, so it would be great to at least read the 200 pages. But I am also considering just cheating a bit and listening to an audiobook, because I just can't be bothered today. I don't want to read, and I don't want to read this. If it wasn't so late yesterday, I could have read more and maybe finished this, just so I could read something else today. But I don't want to start another book this late in the month, so I'm gonna have to finish this, because I want to finish my entire TBR. I'm doing so good. I've read 4 out of 6 books on my TBR. This is number 5 for this month. So I'm very happy with that, and I'm enjoying it more now than I did when I first picked it up, so I think I can still like it. This is not going to be my favorite book. I'm probably not going to rate it very highly, but I still want to see how it ends and how I feel about it in the end, and if I am going to continue the series or not. I can't figure that out until I've finished the book. So hopefully I'll read some today, but first I'm gonna import that footage so I can finish editing another video that's going up today. But I'm probably not gonna hit the 200 page goal today because it's already 11, and If I don't, I'm just gonna add those pages to tomorrow's number. I'm gonna have to read all of them. It just won't be today. I might, but I don't think so. I doubt it. So I'm gonna stop talking because I could go on forever, but I'm gonna shut up because I talk too much. Let's go. So I actually haven't read anything since the last time I talked to you, so I'm sorry about that. Day 1, 2, and 3 was a big success. 4 and 5 didn't read anything at all. Well, that's technically not true. Day 4, I was just editing all day, so I didn't end up reading anything, and I just didn't want to read, which is a bad excuse, but that's my reasoning. Day 5 was Black Friday. We were going to a mall. Like, I was expecting to go to the mall in my city so I could read when I got home. But then my parents got home and like, do you want to go to this mall? And I'm like, sure. So we did. But then the weather was bad and the road was frozen and it was very icy and there was a lot of accidents. So we were stuck in traffic forever. And then we just spent the rest of the night at the mall until it closed. And then we had to drive home, that took a long time. While we were stuck in traffic, I started listening to the audiobook for Quidditch Through the Ages. I listened to like halfway through chapter 9. I don't know how many pages that is, but I did listen to something that Friday. I just didn't really sit down and read anything. So I'm sorry about that, but I have to be real. I didn't read, and I didn't want to read, and maybe I should have forced myself to, but I didn't. So we're gonna end the video, actually, because it's too late now. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm excited for more reading vlogs, though. Now I want to read, which doesn't really do anything for this video, but it can help me make other videos, so sorry about that, but that's the reality of having other things to do. But still, I hope you enjoy the video. I'm glad I finally read Blood of Elves. That's been on my TBR for a really long time. And I'm glad that I picked up The Crow Trap again. Still haven't finished it. I could. I want to, but I don't really want to. I want it to be done, but I don't want to read it. But it doesn't matter. But I'm just gonna end the video now, so please subscribe. Stay. I'm posting every day. It's bookmas. We're having a good time. I'm stressing a little, but it's fine. We're making it work. So come back tomorrow for the next day of bookmas. I'll see you next time. Peace out, lovers.